Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about, is Walmart Spark worth it in 2025? So during a recent live stream with my co-host Budsoda for the Driven Wyld live show, which airs at Tuesday at 9 p.m., we ended up going off topic from what we originally talked about because I'm a genius and forgot to make slides. But some of the topics we talked about made us think about if Walmart Spark was worth it, and we ended up going pretty deep into that subject. That said, I didn't want this particular content to be lost within an hour-long live stream and people not keeping up with it, so I wanted to make sure it was put into a separate video. So that way you could hear the mindset of active workers, what they think about in terms of making money on these platforms. So with that said, we are talking about everything that was discussed during this live stream. Is Walmart Spark actually still worth it in 2025? And everything in between. The content of this video does not contain is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. So with that said, enjoy the clips. Yeah, right? Just a little late. I'm only doing shopping orders on Spark now.
Yeah.
It's funny because I feel like I'm in the same boat. With Spark, I almost never see a decent delivery only order. And maybe that's just because I don't do them enough. Maybe I'm just not active enough on the platform. And if that's the case, fine. I understand. I just don't have time to be. Every time I get a Walmart Spark order that I can actually do, I'm in the middle of fucking something that I'm on crunch time to actually do. And I'm like,
that's when the good stuff comes through. Is when you're already busy doing something else. Like I used to leave Instacart and stuff running while I was doing my catering orders, and I'd be at the Core Life, which is like a wrap and bowl salad place, and the Sam's Club's next door, the Target's across the street, and the Hannaford's just down the street, and there'd always be some $50 to $75 order coming through that was really good. It's like, you'd show me this right now. Really? Because I know if I take it, and even if I hit start and pretend I'm shopping and refunding items, that I'm might get deactivated for that kind of crap, so I don't play those games. So I wouldn't do that. I took them legit sometimes, and I just couldn't get there in time, and I was maybe 100 feet away from where the stupid barrier is where you can start shopping, and they took the order away from me. And mind you, it comes back out in pieces. It won't come back out as the batch or whatever. And I'll try to take one of the better parts, but it's like never as good as the original order you took, and why you went out of your way to do it. It's like, why do you think I'm not heading to the merchant? I'm trying to get there. And that's when they really crunch you, time you. It's like, if it's a crap order that's just boosted all the way out, they give you whatever time, unless the store's about to close, and then they say, they do make messages about the stores closing nowadays, but they'll still put the orders out there after the store is already closed. So that doesn't make sense. It's like, this store is closed. Why do you keep putting the order out? And you consider that fraudulent activity if I go to the store and I get the base pay. Because I took it at Aldi, and they gave me like a nasty email about it. Well, you should know that this store was about to close. And I'm like thinking it was 7 and not 8. I'm like, oh crap. I got there 8:01. It's like, I couldn't have time to shop it anyway. And they gave me $18 of base pay. And it didn't have a big tip. It was like $22. It was like $4 tip. So like, I still got my money. But they get mad at you for doing that. It's like, I'm not purposefully abusing it. Stop putting these orders out when it's already too late. Like, that person won't have time to shop it. You look at my average times of what I take to shop. If it doesn't fit my average, why are you showing it to me? So, like, if this shop should take 20 minutes for me to shop, and mind you, I'm fast, why are you putting it out there?
But you know what else should be fast? Getting your taxes prepared by a qualified tax professional. And that's where gig tax is here to help. Let's be honest, your time is too valuable to waste on tax prep. So while you keep hustling, gig tax can help you save big. Whether you're a rideshare driver, food delivery driver, any kind of self-employed work, stop wasting your time and slowing yourself down by doing taxes without proper guidance. Gig tax was built by someone who gets it. Joseph Veho is a seasoned gig worker with over 7,000 deliveries across 7 platforms since 2020. Gig tax knows exactly what you need and can get it done fast, done right, and starting at just $99. Enjoy exclusive perks like electronic and state filing, secure portal access, and year-round support from a dedicated tax pro. File in less than 24 hours or your money back. No questions asked because your time is money and we're here to save you on both. That way you can get back to what you're doing best. Earning more. I had a lot of backed up taxes and complications. Joseph worked tirelessly to file previous year's taxes and maximize my return beyond what I could have done on my own. Book your strategy session today at gigtaxservice.com/drivenwyld and use code WILD in all lowercase letters to access your special offering and simplify and save with gig tax today. And with all of that said, back to the clips. The .coms I see all suck, and only other curbside or those with triple grocery orders also suck.
Yeah. I'm talking
Actually,
like the Roadie and the UberEats ones that can be pretty good because they keep going up.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, the ones that pay the most on Walmart are the shop orders, at least for me. I almost never take one of those .com routes to where it's like 19 stops for like $60. Like, it's okay money, but I don't have time to make 20 stops in a row. Like, I barely have time for just normal gig work to begin with catering orders. I can't do 20 stops on top of that.
I used to like them.
Triple grocery orders. I feel like they're doing that a lot now. Is that just me? Like, I feel like the only ones that absolutely are even close to being relatively decent are like triple grocery ones.
How dare you stack an XL single order and a single grocery order off Uber? Right. Which they're supposed to give you, by the way, because we don't fall under the terms of service for Spark.
Right.
But it's like, I'm like, one's a dry thing. It doesn't matter when it gets there. It's the same day. And the other, I'm going to get there within the hour. Guaranteed, because I only have 2 of them. Mm-hmm. But now they give you these 3, and here's a really strict time limit, and they want you to go 35 miles away. And if any of the first 2 people give you problems, you're screwed. So it's like, and you're waiting on the curbside, I don't know, 45 plus minutes on average. If you're getting good ones, it means they just came out. They're not ready yet. It's like, here's my thing with Walmart Spark. Why even put them out to us if they're not ready? I'm just saying, if they're not done, if they haven't clicked done shopping on their end, just like we can, it's the same app, it's the same process. If they haven't clicked done shopping yet, don't be sending them out to the drivers, but that would ruin their metrics.
People are ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
it's very fast at Walmart shops. You know, Walmart really does, like, I gotta say, Walmart Spark, I gotta give them credit where credit is due. They do an excellent job at bringing you, yeah, there's some places that are kind of like, they're a little messy about it or whatever, to where the item is, not the aisle, not the shelf, the literal exact location to where it is. And I feel like more grocery places, more Instacarts, more ships should take note of that and utilize it.
So like grocery, A12, shelf 3, spot 5. And there's usually like 3 or 4 facings. And it's right on. They started that like a long time ago when I worked there as an associate, like 2011, 2012, they started implementing that to where I thought it was stupid at first to like, here's aisle A2, A3, A4, A5 when it's just one aisle, but they're coding each side of the aisle. And once I saw that process, I'm like, oh, that actually makes sense now because I thought it was silly. And it's like, no, it actually makes sense because the stores where you know the aisle location, it makes it so much easier. So DoorDash is doing that some like Target sometimes it'll actually say it's F23 and it's this department. It won't say the exact shelf location, but it gets close. And I like when stores do that. I can usually adapt beyond that, but having exact location basically is pretty nice. And the only thing that's going to be out of spec on is if there's like an overdue mod and it didn't update, like the shelf
No.
itself didn't update, or someone already did the mod and it didn't update on our end.
Yeah, that's true too. You don't want to be tied up that long. I think this is in regards to like the .com routes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind
Yeah.
actually. So how I
I don't
looked at them when
mind being tied up for a certain time if the amount of time pays and like it
especially
doesn't conflict with other things I have to do. Like if you give me a .com route and I have an order later that day or I have work later that day, I can't do it. But if that .com route is kind of like my last thing for the day and then I'll just do on demand, yeah, I could do that. But
well,
I
well,
but that's never the case for me
yeah.
specifically.
Well, what I don't
Because
like about the Spark ones is it basically wraps you back around to one of the Walmarts in your area. It'll always make you go in the route they want you to versus like Roadie or that you can do it in any order you want. You can just click, 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 and like you just go the furthest most south point.
also, just a quick reminder that our live show is actually on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys want to be part of the conversation, just like you see on screen for these clips, make sure you join the live show. And if you want to see the full content of this, make sure you go and watch the replay. The link is going to be in the description. Feel free to check that out. No, Joe, that's all I see is triple grocery, but I am seeing a lot more shopping orders. This is going back to
It
Walmart. Yeah.
it
Um.
depends on your store. The stores do not like putting out shopping orders because that costs them more money.
Mhm.
And but they're like they don't want their metrics hit too hard. They'll have to throw it out, especially if
Mhm.
half of everyone calls out. But I've seen the Walmarts like they'll be incredibly short staffed. They'll be like 3 people loading all day. That's all they'll have. There should be 6 to 8. And there should be like 6 to 8 people in the store shopping. They got
Mhm.
2 to. Nope. They'll just keep throwing it back out, and you'll see what looks like a great order. I know that it's common in St. Louis. Actually, he's got one of those Ubers that is like $100 something for a .com because they don't have the staffing. People just
Yeah.
keep throwing it back because it's pointless.
That's why I don't do any curbside pickup. Yeah. I almost never do it. Any decent curbside pickup orders are from a Walmart that's too far for me to justify the trip. That's what I'm noticing now. I'll see single pickup orders, but that's coming from a Walmart that number one doesn't is not effective at what they do. They're just not. Like you're half an hour waiting minimum, doesn't matter what app you're using. That's number one. Number two,
Like
um,
speaking of wait times and stuff, you might get lucky from 1 to 3:30, I'd say in the afternoon,
mhm,
and it won't be a horrible wait. But anytime past 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., forget about it.
good
It's
luck.
always packed up.
Yeah,
From like
good luck.
7 to 9 can be decent, but the problem I see with those orders is they're usually the low value stuff, and that's why they're trying to throw this incentive out to get you out. Here, do 3 orders for 9 p.m. or for 9 a.m. We'll give you $15 or adding $5 an order. Well, you could get there and they're $6 orders. Like, who's doing
Yeah.
$11 waiting on the curbside even if it's as fast as possible where you're out within 15 minutes. It's still a waste of time.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys next time.